Number 1. The 1976 Chevrolet K10 Scottsdale, listed at $8,500 and located in Monte, California. This is a classic square-body Chevy that's not just for show. It's still out there doing what it was built to do. The 1976 Chevrolet K10 Scottsdale you see here has been kept in great working condition and is currently being used as a daily driver. That means it's not one of those sitting in a garage trucks. This one is tested, proven, and ready to hit the road today. It shows 91,000 miles on the odometer and comes with a clean California title under the seller's name. Under the hood, you got the tried and true 350 small block V8, one of Chevrolet's most reliable and widely loved engines. It's paired with a 4-speed manual transmission and true 4x4 capability, making this long bed truck just as capable off-road as it is on the pavement. The seller points out that the 4-wheel drive works perfectly, and both fuel tanks are operational, so you've got the extra range if you're heading out on long hauls or weekend adventures. The body is straight, which is a big plus for a truck of this era, and overall, it looks like a very solid candidate, whether you want to keep it as a reliable driver, restore to show condition, or give it some tasteful upgrades. This Scottsdale trim brings a bit of extra style to the table compared to a base K10, and trucks like this have been climbing fast in the collector market. Square-bodied Chevys from the 70s have a loyal following, and they're becoming harder to find in good, roadworthy condition without rust issues or major mechanical problems. At just $8,500, this is an approachable entry into classic truck ownership. You're getting vintage style, proven dependability, and everyday usability all in one package. Whether you want a dependable workhorse, a weekend cruiser, or a foundation for a full custom build, this 1976 Chevrolet K10 Scottsdale checks all the boxes. If you're in the market for a square-body Chevy that's already running, driving, and registered, this one in Monte, California is ready to roll. Number 2. The 1977 Ford F-250 Camper Special, listed at $9,750 and located in Prineville, Oregon. The Ford F-250 from the late 1970s is a symbol of toughness and dependability, and this 1977 Ford F-250 Camper Special carries that tradition proudly. Built during a time when trucks were designed to work hard and last, this Camper Special is more than just a pickup. It was engineered with extra capacity to haul campers and trailers with ease. This truck shows 150,000 miles on the odometer, which is a respectable number for a workhorse of this era. Under the hood, it's powered by a 351 cubic inch V8 gas engine, paired with an automatic transmission. The seller notes that it runs well, and that's thanks in part to a round of recent maintenance. The fluids in both the motor and transmission have been replaced, and a number of new parts have been installed to keep everything in good running order. What makes the Camper Special unique is its purpose-built design. Back in the day, Ford gave these trucks reinforced frames, upgraded cooling systems, and special features that made them ideal for carrying the heavy slide-in campers that were popular in the 1970s. Even today, that DNA makes this F-250 a great option for towing, hauling, or simply enjoying as a durable piece of vintage truck history. The body style itself is part of the legendary 6th generation of Ford F-Series, known for its clean lines, rugged presence, and functional design. Collectors and enthusiasts love these trucks because they blend utility with classic styling that never goes out of fashion. At an asking price of $9,750, this 1977 F-250 represents a solid value in the classic truck market. It's affordable, usable, and ready for its next chapter, whether that's as a reliable daily driver, a weekend adventure rig, or a restoration project to bring it back to show-level condition. So if you're looking for a piece of Ford's heavy-duty history, a truck that was built to carry the load and still has plenty of life left, This 1977 Ford F-250 Camper Special in Prineville, Oregon is a strong contender. Number 3. The 1979 Ford F-150 Custom, listed at $12,500 and located in Willows, California. The late 1970s Ford F-150 has become one of the most recognizable and desirable classic trucks on the market, and this 1979 Ford F-150 Custom is a great example why. Built at the peak of the 6th generation F-Series, this truck blends rugged dependability with timeless styling that collectors and enthusiasts love. With just 94,000 miles, this F-150 is powered by the reliable 302 cubic inch V8 engine, paired to the heavy-duty C6 automatic transmission. It's the kind of drivetrain combination that made Ford trucks a household name for durability. But what really makes this truck stand out is the amount of recent work that's already been done. The entire braking system has been gone through. The brake booster and master cylinder have been replaced. The proportioning valve has been swapped out. The front brakes and rotors with hub assemblies are new, and even the rear drums have been rebuilt. That means it stops as confidently as it goes. The main gas tank has been replaced, ensuring reliable fueling for years to come. A performance muffler with a chrome tip adds a touch of sound and style, while the nearly new tires, with less than 2,000 miles on them, give peace of mind on the road. A tow hitch has been installed, adding utility if you plan to use it for hauling. Inside, the truck shows off thoughtful updates as well. The bench seat has been reupholstered, the driver and passenger weather stripping has been replaced, and even the antenna has been swapped for a fresh one. The original radio is still working, and for the purists, the seller is including the original wheels and hubcaps with the sale. Offered at $12,500, or best offer, this truck delivers a lot of value. It's already had the big-ticket mechanical updates handled. It's in solid cosmetic shape, and it's ready to be enjoyed right now, whether as a daily driver, a weekend cruiser, or the foundation for a full restoration. If you've been searching for a clean example of a classic Ford truck, this 1979 F-150 Custom in Willows, California might just be the one you've been waiting for. Number 4. The 1976 Ford F-250, listed at $14,900 and currently located in Prineville, Oregon. This truck has 96,754 miles on the odometer, and it's a true camper special, built for strength, comfort, and dependability. Let's start with what's under the hood. Powering this classic is Ford's big block 460 cubic inch V8 engine with a 4-barrel carburetor. Known for its torque and durability, this motor was made for hauling heavy loads, pulling trailers, or carrying a camper across the country. Paired with a smooth 2-wheel drive setup, this truck gives you the raw power of the 70s along with a driving feel that's still dependable today. Now let's talk about the body. The exterior is clean, straight, and solid, showing the rugged design lines that made Ford trucks of the 1970s so recognizable. The Camper Special package means you get reinforced suspension and stronger components, making it a truck that was ready to handle serious work right off the assembly line. Even today, nearly 5 decades later, it stands strong as a symbol of Ford's build quality. Step inside, and you'll see why this one is special. The interior is described as perfect. Everything from the seats to the dash has been preserved beautifully. Unlike many trucks of this age that show heavy wear and tear, this one is like stepping back in time. The cabin reflects the craftsmanship and durability Ford was known for, with simplicity, comfort, and utility all combined. This F-250 is all original, which makes it even more desirable for collectors and enthusiasts. Trucks like this, untouched and well-maintained, are getting harder and harder to find. Many have been heavily modified, rusted out, or simply worked to the ground. But here you have an example that runs and drives great, ready to be enjoyed as is, or restored to full showroom glory if you choose. Whether you're a classic truck collector, someone who loves the nostalgia of 1970s American iron, or just looking for a dependable vintage hauler, this 1976 Ford F-250 Ranger Camper Special delivers. It's tough, it's authentic, and it represents an era when trucks were built to last a lifetime. At $14,900, this truck offers both a solid investment and a piece of history you can actually drive and enjoy. The combination of originality, clean condition, and legendary Ford toughness makes this one a standout. Number 5. The 1966 Ford F-100 Custom Cab, listed at $14,500 and located in Airy, North Carolina. This truck is a rare find, beautiful, all original, and with a story that makes it even more special. Under the hood, you'll find Ford's 352 cubic inch V8 engine, paired with a classic 3-speed manual transmission on the column. This setup delivers the authentic driving experience of the 1960s, raw, mechanical, and connected. It runs and drives great, and everything works as it should. From the lights to the gauges, all the essentials are functioning, showing just how well this truck has been cared for. But what really makes this F-100 stand out is its history. It's a true one-owner truck, bought brand new locally and kept in the same area its entire life. That kind of provenance is extremely rare. Trucks from this era were often passed around, worked hard, and modified along the way. But here, you have a survivor that's been loved, preserved, and respected from day one. It's not just a vehicle, it's a time capsule. The seller has also made sure it's ready to enjoy right now. A brand new master cylinder, new brake lines, and fresh brakes have been installed, giving you peace of mind on the road. New tires ensure a smooth ride, and even though this truck is steeped in history, it comes with a touch of modern convenience, a Bluetooth retro radio. That means you get the best of both worlds. Classic looks with a bit of today's technology. Visually, the 1966 Ford F-100 Custom Cab has all the charm you'd expect from a mid-60s pickup. Strong, clean lines, a straightforward design, and the rugged character that made Ford trucks legendary. It's simple yet elegant, with a style that never goes out of fashion. For collectors and enthusiasts, the originality here is a big selling point. Very few have survived in this condition without being heavily altered. This truck isn't just about utility. It's about history, nostalgia, and pride of ownership. Imagine cruising down the road in a piece of Americana that's nearly 60 years old, yet still going strong. It's not just a truck. It's a legacy on wheels. At $14,500 or best offer, this 1966 F-100 Custom Cab is more than just a vehicle for sale. It's an opportunity to own a true classic with a pedigree you can't fake. A one-owner, locally kept, all-original Ford pickup that's been maintained and updated just enough to keep it reliable and enjoyable today. If you've been searching for a vintage truck that blends authenticity, drivability, and heritage, this one checks every box. A clean survivor, a great driver, and a piece of Ford history that's ready for its next chapter. Number 6. The 1987 Ford F-250 Lariat, listed at $3,500 and located in Liberty, Indiana. This truck represents the late 1980s era of Ford pickups, when rugged utility and no-nonsense engineering were built into every square inch of these machines. Under the hood sits the 351 Windsor V8 engine, a reliable and well-respected power plant known for its torque and durability. Paired with an automatic transmission, this setup makes the F-250 a true workhorse, whether it hauling, towing, or simply cruising. With just 104,000 miles on the odometer, this truck still has plenty of life left in it. Being a Lariat trim, this isn't just a bare-bones work truck. It came with extra touches of comfort and refinement compared to the base models. In 1987, the Lariat was Ford's way of saying you could boast strength and style in one package. While built tough for utility, it also offered a more premium interior experience, making it a standout in its class. The condition here is straightforward. It's priced affordably at $3,500 or best offer, and the seller is also open to trades, specifically looking for a Jeep with a manual transmission. That kind of flexibility makes this a great opportunity. Whether you're a Ford enthusiast searching for a classic project, or someone who wants a dependable truck with character and history. Visually, the 1987 F-250 has all the hallmarks of late 80s Ford design. Square, tough lines, a commanding front grille, and a stance that means business. Trucks like this weren't designed to be flashy. They were built to work, built to last, and built to carry memories for decades. Whether you see it as a restoration project, a daily driver with vintage charm, or even a solid platform to customize, this F-250 offers a lot of potential. It's affordable, it's reliable, and it's a piece of Ford's legacy in the heavy-duty pickup world. At $3,500, this 1987 Ford F-250 Lariat is more than just an old truck. It's an opportunity to own a slice of Americana. Strong, honest, and built to endure. It's waiting for the next owner to bring it into its next chapter. Number 7. The 1966 Ford F-250 Trailer Special, priced at $12,500 and located in Bend, Oregon. This truck represents the mid-1960s era of Ford heavy-duty pickups, an era when durability and utility were at the center of design. The Trailer Special badge meant business. It was engineered to handle heavier loads, built for towing, and designed to be a reliable work partner whether on the farm, the job site, or the open road. With 176,175 miles on the odometer, this truck has clearly been used as intended, but the seller describes it as a beautiful ride that still starts up perfectly and drives great. That a testament to Ford's rugged engineering of the era, when trucks were built to last, not just for years but for generations. Underneath, it runs with an automatic transmission, adding ease of use to its heavy-duty nature. No known issues with the engine or drivetrain means this is a turnkey classic, ready to be driven, shown off, or put back to work. At nearly 60 years old, finding one this clean, this complete, and still this reliable is becoming increasingly rare. The exterior styling of the 1966 Ford F-Series is iconic, with its bold grille, square body lines, and a stance that balances strength with simplicity. It captures the essence of classic American pickup design. Pair that with the Trailer Special designation, and you have not just a truck, but a symbol of capability and dependability. Priced at $12,500, this F-250 is positioned as a strong value. For collectors, it's a worthy candidate to take to local car shows. For enthusiasts, it's a chance to own a piece of Ford's working-class history. And for someone who just wants a truck with character and proven reliability, it's a perfect choice. This is more than just an old pickup. It's a 1966 Ford F-250 Trailer Special, a machine that has stood the test of time and is still ready to roll. Strong, stylish, and full of history, it's waiting in Bend, Oregon, for its next chapter. Number 8. The 1989 Ford F-250 XLT, priced at $7,500 and located in Portland. Here we have a classic late 80s workhorse. the kind of truck Ford built to be tough, capable, and ready for anything. This F-250 XLT is powered by the legendary 7.5-liter 460 cubic inch V8 engine, paired with an automatic transmission. With that powerhouse under the hood and 4x4 capability, this truck is ready to tow, haul, or take on rough terrain without hesitation. With 136,000 miles, it's seen its share of the open road, but for a truck like this, that's still plenty of life left. The seller notes that it's running and driving great, a strong sign that it's been maintained and kept in good condition. The clean title in hand makes the deal even more straightforward. No headaches, no question marks. On the outside, the body is described as being in good shape for its age, and that's exactly what you want in a truck that's over 3 decades old. The interior matches that condition. Well-preserved, functional, and still carrying the character of the late 1980s Ford design, when trucks began balancing ruggedness with more comfort and convenience. The XLT trim was always a step above the base models, offering nicer features and a more refined look. This truck represents that sweet spot between utility and everyday drivability. Add in a solid set of good tires, and it's ready to hit the road today. At $7,500, this F-250 is attractively priced. Whether you're looking for a reliable classic 4x4 to put back into work, a vintage Ford to restore and show, or simply a rugged daily driver with timeless style, this truck fits the bill. The 1989 Ford F-250 XLT isn't just another used pickup. It's a piece of Ford's heavy-duty legacy. Strong, dependable, and still ready to perform, it's waiting in Portland for its next owner to fire up and keep that legacy rolling. Number 9. The 1981 Chevy C10, priced at $12,500 and located in Litchfield Park. Here's a true survivor, a Scottsdale short bed C10, all original and untouched, right down to the jack under the hood. With only 77,486 miles on the odometer and a clean box A Arizona title, this truck carries the kind of authenticity collectors and enthusiasts search for. The seller proudly notes that the dash is uncut, the only modification being a pair of speaker holes in the doors. Otherwise, this pickup remains remarkably true to how it rolled off the assembly line. Even the body tells its own story. The bed shows honest light use, never abused, never worked a bone. For a truck that's 44 years old, it's impressive to see a body that's straight, rust-free, and still wearing its natural patina. Under the hood, you'll find a 305 V8 engine paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission. Nothing exotic, but solid, dependable, and very much in keeping with the factory build. This C10 is equipped with power steering and power brakes, making an easy driver whether you're cruising the highway or running around town. It even came with air conditioning. And while it's currently not working, all the components are still there if you want to bring that feature back to life. For now, the truck drives just as it should, smooth, reliable, and carrying that classic Chevy feel that made these square body pickups so iconic. This truck rides on OEM Chevy factory wheels with dog dish hubcaps, wrapped in 235/75/15 tires that's still a good tread. Add in the dual saddle tanks, one on each side, and you've got a pickup that was built for long-haul practicality. The beauty of the C10 is in its originality. Never lowered, never lifted, never wrecked. It's the kind of truck that tells its own story through its preserved condition, and one look at that body and bed confirms it. This Chevy has lived a clean, honest life. At $12,500, it's an outstanding opportunity to own a genuine piece of Chevy history. Whether you leave it as is and enjoy the originality, or take it further with custom build, this 1981 Chevy C10 Scottsdale short bed is the perfect starting point. A rare survivor, a rust-free Arizona truck, and a classic square body ready for its next chapter. Number 10. The 1972 Ford F-250 long bed, listed at just $3,500, and located in California. Here we have a true workhorse from Ford's 5th generation F-Series, a 1972 F-250 long bed that has lived a full life but still stands strong. With 229,856 miles on the odometer, this truck carries with it decades of history, yet it continues to run, drive, and prove why Ford built a reputation for toughness and reliability. One of the biggest highlights here is the condition. The seller makes it clear, this truck has no rust. And for a vehicle that's over half a century old, that is something worth paying attention to. So many of these old workhorses have been eaten away by time, weather, and hard use, but not this one. Its solid body and frame make it the perfect foundation, whether you're dreaming of a restoration project, a custom build, or just keeping it as a reliable vintage hauler. It comes with an automatic transmission, making it simple and comfortable to drive, even with its old-school, no-nonsense design. And of course, being a long bed, you get all the practicality these trucks were known for, built to haul, tow, and get the job done, whether on the farm, the job site, or just around town. The 1972 model year sits at an interesting place in Ford truck history. These were the last years before Ford would roll into the sixth-generation design, and many enthusiasts love the squared-off styling and straightforward character of these fifth-gen trucks. They're rugged, dependable, and carry an honest charm that modern trucks just don't have. And the price point? At $3,500 or best offer. This is one of the most approachable ways to step into the world of classic pickups. It's rare to find something that already runs and drives, that's rust-free, and that still has so much potential without breaking the bank. Whether you keep it just the way it is and enjoy it as a vintage daily, or you take it down the road of full frame-off restoration, this 1972 Ford F-250 long bed is the kind of truck that offers endless possibilities. It's more than just steel and bolts. It's a piece of American history, and it's waiting for its next caretaker. At $3,500, this isn't just a purchase. It's an opportunity to own a true survivor. Number 11. The 1974 Ford F-100, listed at $6,500 and located in Chula Vista, California. Here's a true classic from Ford's legendary F-Series lineup, a 1974 F-100 pickup that's still standing strong after 5 decades. With just 98,000 miles on the odometer and a manual transmission, this truck carries that old-school charm that modern trucks can't quite replicate. The seller describes it as a project truck, and that's exactly what makes this an exciting opportunity. It already runs, drives, and stops. So the bones are there. It just needs the right buyer to take it across the finish line. Trucks like this are perfect for someone who wants a foundation to build on, whether that means restoring it to original condition, giving it custom rest-a-mod treatment, or simply getting it back on the road as a vintage daily driver. The listing comes with lien sale paperwork, which means you'll be able to put in your name. But here's something important to note. The truck will need to be towed, since it's not currently registered. That's not unusual for a project of this age, and it gives the buyer a clean slate to decide how they want to bring it back to life. The 1974 model year sits right in the heart of the sixth-generation Ford trucks, which were known for their tough styling and dependable construction. These trucks were built during a time when pickups were still simple, strong, and designed for work, but they also had just enough style and comfort to make them enjoyable to drive every day. At $6,500, this F-100 is priced right for someone who's been waiting to get into the world of classic trucks without spending a fortune up front. Yes, it's a project, but it's a running, driving project with huge potential. So if you've been searching for a vintage Ford to call your own, this 1974 F-100 in Chula Vista could be the one. It's more than just a truck. It's a piece of history waiting for its next chapter. Number 12. The 1972 Chevrolet 1500, listed at $12,000 and located in Cass City, Michigan. This truck is more than just an old pickup. It's a living piece of American automotive history, the kind of machine that embodies strength, durability, and timeless design. The 1972 Chevy stepside pickup has always stood out with its flared fenders and narrow bed, a design that instantly separates it from the fleet-side models of the same era. This particular example comes equipped with a performance-built 350 engine paired with an automatic transmission, offering not only the classic charm of a vintage truck, but also the power and dependability needed to be driven with confidence today. With only 27,800 miles on the odometer, it's clear that this Chevy has lived a careful life. Originating from the South, it has avoided the harsh winters and salted roads that often leave vintage trucks riddled with rust. Instead, it presents as solid and honest, a survivor that carries just the right amount of patina to tell its story. It's not a show-quality restoration, and that's what makes it special. This is a truck you don't have to lock away in a garage, but one you can actually enjoy. Whether it's cruising down small town streets, showing up at local car meets, or simply taking out on a sunny afternoon, it delivers the authentic experience of classic American motoring. The performance upgrades breathe new life into the old soul, giving you the confidence to use it as a daily driver if you choose, while still retaining the heart of the original Chevy design. At $12,000, this 1972 Chevrolet 1500 represents not only a strong investment, but also an invitation to own and experience a true icon. Trucks like this are getting harder to find, solid, original, unmolested, and still ready to hit the road. For collectors, it's a great piece to add to the lineup. For enthusiasts, it's a truck that promises enjoyment every single mile. And for anyone with nostalgia in their veins, it's a direct connection to a time when vehicles were built with steel, grit, and unmistakable character. Number 13. The 1981 Ford F-250 HD short bed, listed at just $400 and located in Price, Utah. What we have here is not a polished collector's item or a weekend cruiser. It's a rough and rugged candidate, a truck that wears its scars openly and speaks of the work it's endured. Driven around 100,000 miles, this F-250 HD short bed is equipped with an automatic transmission and originally packed with a 351 Windsor engine. While it doesn't currently run and will need a full rebuild, its bones are what make it valuable to the right buyer. Trucks like this were built to last, heavy-duty in every sense, and even in its current condition, it still carries a strong foundation for either restoration, repurposing, or even a demolition derby project. The seller originally purchased it for the engine and drivetrain, but another opportunity came along, leaving this one to be passed forward at a bargain price. At just $400, it represents one of those rare chances where you can pick up a solid base for a project without breaking the bank. The truck is a true four-wheel drive with 8-lug axles, AC6 transmission, and what is most likely a Borg-Warner 1345 transfer case. Components known for their toughness and dependability. The glass is gone, the body is rough. It will need time, effort, and parts, but to the right enthusiast, those aren't drawbacks, they're opportunities. Some will see a derby candidate, ready to be stripped down and thrown into the chaos of the arena. Others will see a starting point for a unique rebuild, perhaps taking this workhorse and giving it a second life as an off-road beast or a farm truck. In today's world, where classic Ford trucks are getting harder to find in any form, even a rough one like this holds potential. For less than the price of a weekend getaway, you could own a piece of American truck history. One that's waiting for someone with vision, tools, and determination. It's not pretty, it's not polished, but it's honest. For $400, the 1981 Ford F-250 HD short bed could either be your next project, your next adventure, or your ticket into the demolition derby. Number 14. The 1968 Ford F-250 long bed, listed for $9,500 and located in North Windham, Connecticut. This truck is a true survivor from an era when Ford built their pickups to last a lifetime, and it shows in the way it has been preserved. Driven just 59,200 miles over more than 5 decades, this F-250 still carries its strength with pride. Equipped with manual transmission, it reminds us of the days when driving a truck meant being connected directly to machine. Every gear shift, every turn of the wheel a reminder that you're behind the controls of something solid and dependable. The current owner notes that the truck is in really good condition, and that's backed up not only by its overall presentation, but also by the fact that an insurance company has already valued it at $12,500 in its present state. That makes the asking price of $9,500 not just fair, but a smart opportunity for someone who wants a classic Ford without having to pay full top-dollar collector rates. Trucks like this are getting harder to find, especially ones that haven't been driven into the ground or modified beyond recognition. What you see here is an honest pickup, no frills, no gimmicks, just a solid piece of 1960s Ford engineering. The long bed configuration makes it practical for hauling, whether that's lumber, equipment, or just memories of weekends gone by. But beyond utility, this is the kind of truck that draws attention at car meets and local shows, not because it's flashy, but because it carries authenticity. Every line, every panel, every mile tells a story of durability and care. For someone looking for a reliable classic they can enjoy immediately and also watch appreciate in value, this F-250 fits the bill. It's priced under the praise value. It runs and drives as it should, and it comes with a peace of mind that's already been recognized as a valuable asset. In a world where clean, unrestored classics are getting harder to track down, this 1968 Ford F-250 long bed stands tall. A piece of history that's ready to keep rolling for decades to come.